Yeah.
Okay. Hello, my Rockworld fans. We are here in Munich, and this is a very special thing today because I'm here with my very favorite band, FM, from the UK. I'm here with Steve Overland and Merv Goldsworthy. Welcome to my Rockworld.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, yeah.
So, first question. You have just finished a tour with Foreigner. How was the tour with them?
Absolutely amazing. We've kind of done a lot of headline shows in the UK and a few festivals in Europe. We've been waiting for the right bill to come along for us to tour and do as an opening act again. And our agency came up with FM Foreigner in Europe, which is kind of probably the best bill we could possibly have done, you know. And just amazing. Every show sold out. Every band went down fantastically well, and all the music complemented each other. So couldn't be a better tour. We had a fantastic time. Really fantastic.
Have you joined them on stage?
Yeah, we sang I Want to Know What Love Is on the the scarf waver, the lighters, all going. Now we all went up at the end, us, Europe and Foreigner, and did I Want to Know What Love Is together.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah, really good.
Really great.
Let's talk about your new release, which is called Futurama. It is an EP, but it is a long EP.
Yeah.
So please tell us something about the new EP and what's behind this making of.
Merv?
Yeah, well, we started off, we had a few original songs. We recorded a gig in England, so we had all the tapes from the show. We played some different songs that we don't normally play. And we were putting it all together, and we said we'll have some original songs, some live songs, maybe a remix.
Okay.
And then things just kept getting added and added, and it became 57 minutes long. But we don't mind doing that because the fans appreciate it. And back in our day, EPs had 4 songs on.
Yeah.
But
In the old days,
you
yes.
know, not FM EPs, 8,
Yes.
9, 10, 11. You just give them
these.
everything we got,
Good for the fans, really good for the fans, because in this day and age there's not so much money around, and so people want value for money, and we write so many songs, don't we, Merv? We've started a new album. These are a couple of tracks we'd already recorded for the new record, maybe, we don't know yet, and we're in the studio when we get back again, so it just made sense. We started with 2, and as Merv said, 57 minutes later we've got a long EP.
We wanted to put something out for the Foreigner tour because for England it was such a massive event to have 3 AOR bands or whatever you want to call us, all on the same bill. So it's actually real big for England. America get this a lot, but in England very rare. So
Cool.
it was really great for the fans,
Talking about Rockworld 1 and 2, I really love this albums.
Thank you.
Will they be out on vinyl maybe?
Oh, blimey, I don't know. That's a record company call, not our call. But I would love them to be, because I'm like you. I'm old school. I mean, to me, having an album is a possession. It's something that I still love. So, funnily enough,
Read the things and need no glasses.
exactly. A man after my own heart, And it's just fantastic. I mean, I remember as a kid, buying a new album was a massive thing for me. It was a real possession, and it's been great on this tour because loads of fans have been turning up with all the vinyl from Indiscreet, and it's been great because I haven't got all that anymore. I've probably got 2 or 3 of the albums on vinyl, and down the years with moving and giving them out to people, you lose them, don't you, Merv? So, all these people have been turning up, and there's 12-inch singles that I hadn't seen. I'm going, wow, brilliant, I'm getting them out and having a look. So it would be lovely if all the albums come out on vinyl, but as I say, not our call, really,
We've actually took a step backwards on the recording of Futurama. We record onto analog, so like it's old school, and then put it onto Pro Tools, so you still get the warmth of the sound and everything.
2-inch tape.
We did, it gives it that more of an authentic sound. So it will go well to vinyl if we want to do that.
But the main thing, as you know, as musicians, is the songwriting. And you have a massive high level of songs.
Thank you.
So much on a very high level.
There's some rubbish, but you never hear it.
All the rubbish gets put in the bin before you hear it,
As if you have a CD with 70 minutes, and as you know, a good album in the old days was around 35 minutes, all songs were mostly good.
Absolutely.
So, but your albums, the last 2, that we can say, from our point, are very high level from the songwriting.
Oh, that's nice to hear. That's
And this is, I think, what the fans share, because the fans come because you had a big break.
Sure.
We will talk about the break.
So, Steve, next question. Rockwell 1 and 2 have been released not long ago. Steve, you released a new solo album, I think, was called Epic, and I know also Jim is busy with another project called Diesel. How difficult is it for you, Steve, to manage in parallel your side project and focus on the other side on FM?
It can be difficult because obviously FM is my main priority because we're a busy band. We're always out on the road or doing something. But the solo stuff, I kind of start them, then I might go away with FM and it goes onto the back burner, come back and do a bit more. And also the way it's recorded is totally different to the way I work with FM. With FM, we sit down, we write songs from scratch. With the Overland projects, I'll get backing tracks, songs in from other writers. I'll listen to the music and say, yes, like that idea, like that. Send it back. They work on it. I go away with FM. They send it back to me, and then I'll come up with the hooks and the titles and finish the song. So it's a different way of writing, but it seems to work, and I eventually get them finished. It sometimes takes me a couple of years, but I get each album done. You know.
So with FM, the songwriting is like in the old days. The band comes together and writes a song, jamming and writes a song together. Really?
Yeah.
We sometimes do it in twos.
This is rare.
We sometimes do it in 2s and 3s, but more recently, we like working as a band, and everybody's, you know.
That's how you get the band sound. That's how you get the band sound, you know, because Merv's coming up with the bass feel and Pete and with the drums, and me and Jim are doing the guitar stuff together. And it just, I mean, like Cold Hearted is a total band song. We went in the studio and just knocked a riff out and did it. And I think that's how you retain that identity as a band, rather than a lot of people. As I say, a lot of the stuff these days is the guitarist in LA, the drummer's in Sweden, and you just mail over your parts and they just slot it all together. Right. So you haven't got the other musician sitting there, like if I'm in the studio with Moni's in his bass line, he'll say to me, what do you think to this, Steve? Shall I change this around? And he'll play something else and I'll say, no, the original bit's great. So that's how you get that interaction.
When you record an album, you rehearse it before, very well rehearsed, and then go in the studio?
Sometimes.
Or you develop it in the studio?
A bit of both, don't we, Merv, really? Yeah. Sometimes in the studio, sometimes we'll have routined it in a room for 3 or 4 days so that everybody's got their parts down and we can just put it down.
The main thing, if Steve's happy with the vocal, the lyrics, we're good to go. We're good to go. You know, it doesn't. The band can get the music together a lot easier, but it's the hooks and the lyrics that's the key to it all. Yeah.
So, coming to the show tonight, what can we expect from the show tonight?
Well, it's great to be back here, by the way, in Munich after all these years. But yeah, it's amazing. But this is a big thing for us.
So it will be a best of.
Well, there'll be some new stuff, obviously, from the new FM, if you like, the last 2 records. There'll also be a lot from down the years, so it's a bit of everything, as you say. So it's hard when you've done as many albums as us to pick a set that everybody set. There'll always be one song that's not in the set that somebody loves, but we do our best. Yeah.
See, different songs and different FM albums are popular in different countries. So we have to get
crazy,
since Facebook, you can get the information off the different fans and play the songs that they want to hear. You know, so talking to the fans on this tour, we've found out what they like. You can't do a show without this song or this, or, you know. So we're like, you know. So every day we're on the bus, pen out, you know. We're not doing, you know, but we're learning all the time, and we had a big break, so you know.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting. We did a date in Portugal, and we turned up, got picked up by the promoter, and he came in and he's like, "Oh, guys, you know, we hope you're going to play your big cult hit from Portugal." And we're like, "What's that then?" I'm like thinking, "That girl, please say that girl." And we're like, he's like, "Whoa!" And apparently that "Love Be the Leader" was a big song in Portugal, and we're all sitting in the minibus going, "Oh God, it's not in the set. It's not in the set." You know. You know, and it's just going to the places, as Merv said. You learn what the fans in different. I mean, Spain love Indiscreet. They love Tough It Out. They love all that early stuff, and different places like different stuff. In England, they like the new stuff.
Yeah,
the new stuff is very popular in England. You know.
So coming to the next question, who are your heroes starting out playing music? Steve?
Oh, me. For me, I would say I started with things like the Beatles. I like pop music, and then I got really into singers. I started as a guitar player. That was my big thing. So I also like people like Peter Green and people like from Fleetwood Mac. But I mean, I then got into Stevie Wonder and Tamla and all that stuff, and the singing styles and things like that. When I got into rock music, I would say my first ever massive influence in rock music were three. Paul Rodgers.
Yeah.
So to me, that took my life over when I discovered Paul Rodgers, became a singer instead of a guitar player, and then Bad Company and all of that stuff, and it just goes on from there, really, you know.
Yes, same for me. I mean, as a bass player, Phil Lynott was obviously my massive influence. That's why I play bass. You know, I went to watch Thin Lizzy when I was a kid, and but like Steve Free and Bad Company, you know, and then some American bands, Steely Dan and the Eagles, Doobie Brothers, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's, you know,
cool.
It's all a long time ago.
No, but this was
rock,
you know, still great music.
Great music. Please tell us some secrets about FM that nobody knows. Maybe a funny thing or anything.
Blimey. After all these years, secrets, blimey. I don't know whether there are any. We're fairly straightforward band. We just all get along great, and there aren't many great. There's no secrets I can tell you on your radio station anyway.
Matthew, you have one? Secret?
Well, just that when we first started, Jim was at school, a little boy. How a guitar player now, you know. So the fans asked us to send pictures of in 1984 when we first started. So obviously in 1984 the hairstyles were crazy and the jeans were really tight. So we sent pictures in. Jim sent a picture and he was a little boy on
a beach with a spade in a pocket, you know. Yeah.
But it's amazing. He knows the songs and the history of FM better than we know it. You know, which is
big
incredible. You know,
joined, so,
The passion.
Yeah,
it's the passion.
So I think that's why the band works well now. You know,
very good.
Yeah.
So some last words to the fans, please.
All I can say is thank you very much for sticking by us through the years, and we're sorry it's been so long coming back, but we're really glad to be here, and it definitely won't be as long, so enjoy the show, and it's great to be back.
Okay. Thank you very much, Steve.
Yeah, no, it's same as Steve, you know, I mean, we didn't know if the fans were going to come out and see us, but we're glad to see that they have, and, you know, yeah, we'll be visiting Germany again, great. I'm sure, you know, especially Munich, one of our favourite places in the world. Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
very
words.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.